Hello, this is David from cheapbooks.com. I'm playing World of Tanks. The tank that I am playing is the Crusader 5.5-inch SP. This is a British Tier 7 SPG unit. I just finished playing the FV304, and I've recently moved on to this one. I probably only played 1 or 2 games. And the reason why I started out here is because I wanted to show you how I plan on equipping this tank. As you can see, I already have the engine and the radio, which probably came from a different tank. You can see this radio is used on many different tanks, as is the engine. I probably got it from the Cromwell and the Crusader. Excuse me. But I have not upgraded the gun yet. This second gun has a longer reload time, but it does more damage. So one of the changes that I'm going to make is I'm going to get rid of the binocs because I don't think I need them. I've been getting rid of the binocs for most of my tanks. I used to have it on all of my tanks. However, I don't use them very often. It's just something that I found is used very rarely. Only when I sit in a bush and spot do I use the binocs. Doesn't happen often enough to justify it. So instead, I'm going to get something else, such as the medium spall liner. Maybe I could get the coated optics, maybe the enhanced gun laying drive. The medium spall liner, added protection from ramming and explosions, crew injuries. Well, I mean, how often do you get rammed? You usually die because somebody shoots you. So what I really need is this enhanced gun laying drive to increase the aiming speed, but I'm not going to buy it today. I'm going to have to buy it another day. Take a look at my exterior. Because I'm going to be playing it for a long time, I bought the camouflage permanently. And one of the other issues is that my commander isn't the best equipped commander. For example, my gunner, I have Deadeye, which causes more damage, and camouflage. I really should get a skill for the commander that has additional skills. I'm going to see if there's anything here that I would recommend for SPG units. I would definitely say camouflage. You want to have camouflage for an SPG. It might be the most important. I would say that Sixth Sense is probably extremely important for an SPG. Because when you get spotted, you want to take action immediately. And Recon gives you an additional view range, which means you'll see enemies coming after you. But there might be other features. I don't know if it increases the range that you can actually fire. But I would say that Sixth Sense is very important for an SPG. It will probably keep you alive when the enemy is about to hunt you down. Things like Jack of all trades, I don't think this is very important for SPG, and the reason why is because usually if an SPG is under attack, usually it gets destroyed. And Jack of all trades presumes that you're taking damage and injuries, but the tank is surviving. So I wouldn't get the Jack of all trades. Same with perhaps firefighting. Probably an automatic fire extinguisher would be better. Maybe the same with repairs. Usually if you get hit, that's the end. Situational awareness is useful if you have a radio operator. My tank does not. But situational awareness, extending the view range is important. Signal boosting, definitely important. You want signal boosting, and the reason why is because you want to pick up the signal of your scouting tanks that are far away. So it's very important that you get that, especially if you don't have the best radio. My radio is only 550 signal range. If I got that signal bit boosting, I would get a little bit additional range. Very important later in the game. Now, the crew has to be a British tank. So I'm going to look at my British crew. As you can see, I have the Centurion, I've got the Tog, I've got the Black Prince, and the Crusader. And you'll note that the Black Prince has a loader with 2 skills, and the Centurion has a loader with 2 skills. And the skills on this tank for the loader is camo and repairs, and I really don't think it's really that necessary to have a loader with 2 skills. I mean, one skill I'm willing to get away with. Even the driver, even though this is a medium tank, you want him to be able to drive fast, so you want him to have some of the driving abilities. But the point that I'm making is that one of these guys, either from here or from my Black Prince, could easily become the commander for my Crusader, and I could switch him here and give him 2 skills. And then I would be able to have the 6th sense plus perhaps camouflage, which would help me greatly. However, right now I'm not going to do that. Maybe on another game. Right now I'm going to get into a game. I'm actually working on a mission, so I'm going to show you the mission. But in the future I will upgrade my commander. You can look at you can look at my other videos to see how to do the upgrade. This is what I'm working on right now. Cause damage to 2 enemy vehicles with a single shot. Usually you have to do that with high explosive rounds. Let's see what type of gun I got. Okay, you see how it says that it has a burst radius of 2.2? That's what you're looking at, the burst radius. You want the highest burst radius you can get. 2.2 meters means that I can hit 2.2 meters near a tank and cause it some damage. And I don't have to kill the tank, I don't have to cause a certain amount of damage, I just have to cause damage to 2 different tanks that are close to each other, and that's going to probably be the ammo to do it. And hopefully it will work on this map. On this map there's going to be a lot of situations where enemy tanks are close together. Now I'm going to guess that the enemy tanks are more likely to be close together on the east side. It's just a pure random guess. It's not really based on any factual knowledge. And of course I could be completely wrong. But what I expect is that they're going to have to get close to each other to get around those curves. But on the west side, they have a lot of space, so they probably won't play like that. So I'm going to head to the east.
Move out.
And here we go. It looks like this tank accelerates very quickly, although it seems like its top speed is quite slow. Very important to hide, because their scouts are going to come out and their scouts are going to look for me. So I want to make sure I'm in some sort of a bush. Looks like there's a bush over here. I'm going to see if I can find it. And I don't play SPG very often, so I don't know all the tricks of the trade in regards to SPG. I started to play SPG because I wanted to learn what it was like, so I could figure out how to come up with countermeasures. Because obviously, you know, people were hitting me with SPG, so I wanted to see, well, how does that work? Well, I guess I didn't kill him. That's too bad. Okay, so you rely on your allies to spot enemy targets. It's just a fact. You know, it's nothing that you can do about that. It looks like there's 2 tanks over here. Unfortunately, I can't hit both of them. I am going to take random shots because I do want to complete my mission.
Critical hit.
Oh, this is no good.
Permission to engage. Bailout. This vehicle has had it.
Okay, so nobody went on the east side. Absolutely nobody on my team went on the east side. I was the only one on the east side, wondering why nobody spotted anybody over there. Well, that's the reason why. Nobody went that way. My team did an absolute lousy job, and they deserve to lose. I mean, it was a stupid planning. The enemy's just going to roll into our base, and they haven't made it to the enemy base. So the enemy, although they're somewhat close, the enemy is a lot closer to us than we are to them. So we have a high risk of losing this game, and we probably will. They'll probably roll into our base. Let's see who's defending. The T-34 and a Centurion. And when I say T-34, it's a weaker T-34, and they have a stronger T-34 coming in. But it looks like we did make it to their base. I wonder why he didn't take a shot on that. He ran away and caused himself 118 damage, apparently to get away from that artillery. That's weird. Okay, so it looks like the M44 killed their T-34. We have more tanks than they do, and it looks like we will win this game. We're definitely outnumbering them with the hardware. And they have weaker tanks. It looks like it's about equal, but we're actually way ahead. So that Panther's running. The KV-4 took 1,014 damage. Obviously, they want to go after the weakest tanks, especially the SPG. For some reason, we have way too many tanks in the middle area, too far away from where all the action is. So let's see what happens. I want to see that KV-4. Yep. KV-4 got blown away. One, two. Let's see who's coming. Pershing, Centurion, T-34-3. Who knows what their artillery did? They may have ran. There's that Panther. He didn't go anywhere, which wasn't very bright. He should have gone somewhere, because obviously we knew where he was. Okay, so we've got 2 SPGs, and then the game's over. Yeah, what our team did was really silly, and there's absolutely no excuse for their behavior at the beginning of the game. They should have taken better positioning. It was a very high-risk game. Okay, so I guess that maybe we hit the reset time. It's the time of day that they reset the servers, so that's possibly what happened. Okay, if you have any questions about the Crusader SP, please post them below.